There's this guy who acted in faith his whole life. His name was Paul, first-century missionary, author of a lot of books in the Bible. And he gives a synopsis of the circumstances he encountered when he acted in faith. And he says it kind of goes like this. He says, I have been in prison a lot. I've been flogged severely and exposed to death again and again and again. 5 times I received from the Jews 40 lashes minus 1. 40 would kill a man. 3 times I was beaten with sticks. Once I was stoned and left for dead. 3 times I was shipwrecked. I spent a night and a day in the open sea. I have constantly been on the move. I've been in dangers from rivers and bandits, in the city and in the country, from my fellow countrymen and from foreigners. I've been in danger in the sea. I have labored and toiled and often gone without sleep, without food, and without shelter. He says, I act in faith all the time. And sometimes when you act in faith, life gets really hard and complicated and painful and difficult. Because acting in faith does not guarantee that we're going to have this externally prosperous life. But somehow we just assume it will. I want you to imagine something. I want you to imagine that you go home. And as you go home and you're getting a little something to eat and you're settling down, maybe you're going to watch the Daytona 500. Maybe take a little nap. Maybe do a little reading, whatever. And you look outside and you notice a bush in your front yard is on fire. And you're going, this is a weird day for a bush to be on fire. It's cold, it's rainy. And so you go out there to see what in the world's going on, and all of a sudden, from the middle of that burning bush, God speaks. Calls your name. You're like, whoa. And the first thing you want is for your spouse to like, honey, it's God in the bush. I mean, somebody's got to verify this, right? But there's nobody around. It's just you and a burning bush and God speaking. And suddenly you realize it's really God. And God out of that burning bush says, I want you to mortgage your home. And I want you to cash in all of your savings and investments. And I want you to take every dime you've got. And I want you to go down to the local convenience store. And I want you to buy as many lotto tickets as you can. And then all of a sudden, the bush stops burning. Just a little smoke. And you're like, man, did that like really happen? Could it really happen? God just told me, mortgage, cash in, every dime, every lotto ticket. And now it's like, are we going to do what God said or no? Are we going to act in faith or no? And if we act in faith, we go down there, and I can see us head into the convenience store with whatever we've got. And you know what? Every one of us at that point would be totally confident of the same outcome. What would we be confident of? You tell me, what would we be confident of?
Money.
Winning.
One of those tickets, baby, right? One of those tickets is a winner. Because why? God said, buy the tickets. And we're going to win like $200 million. Oh, man, pay off every debt. Give like $100 to the church. Just like all sorts of incredible stuff we could do. Because God told us to cash it all in and buy a lottery ticket. It's got to be a winner, right? Because God would never want me poor. Right? God would never want me homeless. So there's got to be a winner on there. What if God wanted you poor? What if God wanted you homeless? Because somehow in your poverty and homelessness, there was something God was going to do that was going to shake the world. It's like, oh, that never entered my mind. Now I'm not sure if I want to live by faith or not. Because I'm not guaranteed an externally prosperous life. Who knows what will happen? Now, some very astute Bible students in the room right now are going, oh, wait a minute. I know some stories of the Bible. And I know how it works. Because you can act in faith, and it's like, boom, bad thing happens. Lose it all, hardship, oh no. But you see, God isn't done writing a story. And God will somehow turn things around, right? Like Job. And in the end, you finally get it all. And that really surfaces erroneous assumption number 2. And that is acting in faith will bring about a storybook ending. In the end, in this world, vindicated. Winner, champion, absolutely there will be a storybook ending no matter how bad things may be for a while. But in the end, man, it's going to pay off really big. Well, maybe so. And maybe no. You know, Hebrews 11, hall of fame for people acting in faith. As the author is getting toward the end of the chapter, he's saying to himself, I gotta hurry. He goes, okay, rather than giving more stories, here's the synopsis. He goes, what shall I say more? I don't have time to tell you about people like, Gideon and Samson and David and Samuel and prophets, because people like that, through faith, they conquered kingdoms, administered justice, they gained what was promised. They shut the mouths of lions. They quenched the fury of the flames. They escaped the edge of the sword. Their weakness turned to strength. They became powerful in battle, and they routed foreign armies. Women received their dead, raised back to life again. Yeah! Oh, cool. All right. And others were tortured and refused. I don't like the rest of the story. Others were tortured and refused to be released so that they might gain a better resurrection. Some faced jeers and flogging, while still others were chained and put in prison. They were stoned. They were sawed in two. They were put to death by the sword. They lived their lives wandering around in sheepskins and goatskins, being destitute, persecuted, and mistreated. Next verse. And the world was not worthy of them. Where was their storybook ending? Where was their, darkness turned to light?